takeaway is if you see a homeless person and you really want to help them out, I mean, get them blankets, like get them a jacket, get them extra jackets. And this is why they layer up, because now I see like you can't get good sleep. Will I ever do it again? Absolutely not. That is crazy that people have to do that every day. And I picked it because my roommate, well, it's like you're a street mate. You gotta sleep and join the rest of them. I'm like, the rest of who? Like, you're homeless people. No, they classified me as homeless, which I like start do things off your bucket list. Blah, 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 and his house. So I got to do both of them. Okay, so here's a quick story time. I got to do 2 things on my bucket list. And this should tell you how weird I am. I'm very super weird. And for all my new followers, you're going to have interesting content. I'm just an interesting person, I guess you could say. One of the things on my bucket list was to go to see that scene in Gladiator. It's, you know, Maximus standing on the field, blah, 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 and his house. So I got to do both of them. And then when it comes to, and that's like 2 hours south of Florence near Siena. It's like Olvelsia or something like that. And then the second thing that's been on my bucket list always is like, see if you could make it as a homeless dude. Like, just one night. I know it's kind of like weird first world problems where it's like you get to pretend to be homeless. It's not like you have to. I've always wondered, like, can I be homeless? And I was able to try it. So here's the story. It's kind of interesting. So ready. So I missed my buses. Sahara, that would have been my bus, the one with you. I had no idea. But the guys, like, all 3 buses are like, we don't go to your place. But it was a connection spot. I go to Piazza first, just like you do, and then they take me to my spot. I was just too dumb to read and to tell them. I don't know. It was interesting. I just don't know how I missed it, to be honest, looking back. But that was my bus ride, so I would have, you know, gone with you guys. And I go back to the station, and I'm laying on the bed. I guess I'll just sleep here, and they kick you out. They're like, no, you can't sleep here. And so I'm like, hey, I'm recording all this. I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down in the grass. And then I'm like, oh, it's too cold. It's windy and it's cold tonight. So I'm like, I'll find a spot that has my back kind of covered, you know, Boy Scouts 101. And I'm not gonna build a fire or whatever, but you know, so I go down this like weird tunnel. It's like bikes go up and down it. And I'm like, I'll just sleep here because my back's covered and protected. And I fall asleep and I wake up and it's military. I forget what they call them here, but you know, they're not policia, they're like military, and they have machine guns and French sprays. And they're like, they kick me out like, hey, bro, you can't sleep here. I'm like, why not? Like, well, because it's not a place to sleep in. You gotta sleep and join the rest of them. I'm like, the rest of who? Like, you're homeless people. No, they classified me as homeless, which I like start laughing. And I go with your people. One of these, I went with that people. And I had no idea. You kind of have to pick your spot. So this is all exciting to me. Like, it's stupid, right? Because it's dangerous, kind of risky. But I've always wanted to see. I'm such a curious person. I'm like, I want to get to know people. I want to get to know, can I do that? Could I do that? And so, yeah, I like, this guy tries to take my spot. And I was like, dude, I was here first. And he gave it to me reluctantly. And he was an older gentleman. But, like, I was there first. I literally was. I'm like, dude, and I picked it because my roommate, well, it's like you're a street mate. Street mate. Now, I could have gotten a hostel. I'll probably tell my parents eventually and all this. It's just, I've always wanted to, man. I'm like, could you do this? So the street mate is an older lady. I recorded her. I just thought it was interesting, and she was crazy, but she was I could see she's not, I'm not gonna have to worry about her, I think, slitting my throat, because she was crazy but not that crazy. And then the guys behind me were super sketchy. You see them, and they got closer and closer, and so I just like was recording them until I was like falling asleep. I'm dying, I'm losing it, and I'm like, even though they're like right behind me, like I'm just gonna hang on to this, hug this, and pass out. And if they try to steal it, like, it's going down, because there was a couple that kept staring my way. So I'm like, oh man, they know I'm a new guy, like a new homeless guy, and like they're probably gonna try something, and I'm like, I'm just ready. I'm like, honestly, I'm ready to do something. I fall asleep, and in and out of cold, shivering, and coughing, and hearing noise, and then I get woken up to fighting, like raw, like yelling, and like screaming. Actually, it was like someone in pain. It wasn't like stabbing. I've heard that before. It was like punching pain, but like they got it good. And every time, then I'm up and up, like, you know, you're awake from screams, and I realize how cold it is, guys. The reason, and I noticed that everyone around me had cardboard boxes as their base. This is genius. It protects. It's a shield wall, so the cold can't go through your skeleton and freeze you to death. Because sleeping on cement is like sleeping on snow. I had no idea. Like, I've camped in Utah. It's literally like keeping snow, camping on dang snow. I didn't sleep well, all right? And it was freezing. I could not stop shaking for an hour. 1 hour straight of just like shaking. And yeah, so I tried it for 3.5 hours. I'm proud I did it. Will I ever do it again? Absolutely not. That is crazy that people have to do that every day, day in, day out. So takeaway is, if you see a homeless person and you really want to help them out, I mean, get them blankets, like get them a jacket, get them extra jackets. And this is why they layer up, because now I see, like, you can't get good sleep when it's that cold. You just can't. I've always been curious, and it is super sketchy. You kind of get, I can see how you get used to it. You're just so tired. You're like, I just gotta sleep. And if they steal something, like, because I have my giant luggage, I don't know if you guys can see. Let's take my water bottle, cool. Luggage, sure. This is like my precious, right? That's why it's on me. It's on my body. Pick up and I see the same soldier, and I thought I was recording on my Meta, but I swear they need to say on, off, because I didn't record the entire conversation where I walked in, like, almost into his truck and just talked to him like, hey, remember how you almost let the American get killed? And they're like, did they? I was like, what? And they're like, there's a lot of there. and so you're new and stuff. Like, did they get you? I'm like, no, like, what the frick? And they were like laughing because there's a whole bunch of them. Like, okay, it's good, you didn't get taken. I'm like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, I would have fought. I told you, I'm like, if they come at me, I'm like, I know it's illegal here, but I will fight back. They're like, okay. The who, I mean, I didn't believe him, but they're like, he was being serious. And there's this, never mind, I gotta keep it PG-13. All right. Anyways, that was a sketchy story. It was fun. It was terrible and fun at the same time, but it was worth it. Gladiator was definitely more worth it. And bucket list. Here's your reminder: do things off your bucket list. Do it. It's so worth it. It's so much more satisfying when you've accomplished something off your bucket list than just I'm chasing happiness or fun. Like, your bucket list stuff is truly what makes you satisfied. So it's extremely satisfying, extremely fulfilling. So go do things on your actual bucket list, and I think you'll be surprised at how far the satisfaction takes you. I'm still like remembering, and it was this morning or last. Oh, my brain's broken. Anyways, also shout out to everyone who's like hung out with me, my roommate. You know who you are. Can I see your name? I know you're not recording, but man, you were so fun, girl. Like, you showed me. Oh man, like it was fun. I'm just glad there's people like you guys out there. Sahada, like a whole bunch of Prague from Russia. You know who you are. England, a couple English girls, right? Like Scotland. Oh man, there's just so many freaking fun people out there. It's just so cool.